We got a fun stack of comics to review today. Starting out, so make myself a little area that I can stack them at. Starting out with Barbaric #3, Born in Blood. This is a really enjoyable end to this run. Uh, this has anything to do with the storyline in the back, but we got Born in Blood. Barbaric's most brutal arc concludes. Battle lines are drawn. The real enemy is exposed, and Owen discovers a new path that may lead to the secrets of his curse. It's from Vault Comics, Michael Morrissey, Fabi Marquez, Nathan Gooden, and Jim Campbell. We get a little more history of our witch character also in here. She gets a little deeper into this little spell that this guy's, well, her past mentor, I guess you could call him, is trying to get her to do. And he gets her to focus on this certain spell to try and it's going to help him and her along the way, but it also opens up some dark magic that she's dealing with, which can also turn her into turn her evil in its own, like dark magic could and stuff like that. So she's got to watch out with that. But we get a fun thing here where Owen and our vampiric barbarian run into a pack of wolves, and they end up sitting there wanting to start a battle. A fight ensues, and all kinds of things happen. I can't ruin that for you. Axe has some fun with the blood from the werewolves. Uh, our vampire character goes a little crazy, but yeah, some leadership positions are challenged. All our characters combine again, and we're dealing with, I believe, last issue Owen and the Witch or Owen and the Barbarian. I think it might have been Owen and the Barbarian were put uh, into hell, and they had to work on escaping from that. And then this leads up to where our story will take us into the next new chapter. Oh no, I'm wrong. This is not the final issue. I thought it did have a ending to it where certain characters were going off to the next round of challenges, but there is a book 4. So this must have been a 4-issue run. I was thinking 3-issue. But I could have swore we were at a point that our characters were doing that thing where they were separating again and going off on their own different paths. But apparently, this is going a little bit deeper yet. This was a really enjoyable run. All of them are. I love the barbaric storyline, the characters. I mean, the axe itself. I don't know what happened to Gladius, the sword. We have not seen. Trying to think, did the other two girls take Gladius? I think they did. I think that's why it got split up from the barbarian and Owen. So, but yeah, that's a really enjoyable run. Any of the barbarics, I think you pick any of them up on their own and not be too confused about where the storyline's going. But it's fun to go back to the beginning and see Owen get cursed and the beginning, the early days of him and the axe working, trying to work together, being forced to work together, having no choice. But yeah, Cult of the Lamb #3. This one's a little better than the last. This is done by Alex Pecknadel and Troy Little and Nick Filardi and Crank and uh, assuming that's a person's name, but it could be something that they're on when they're doing this because the writing on this is a little all over the place. And I get it, it's cultish, and the writing fits for the cultish style and stuff like that. But our characters are in their world that they're trying to build. They're trying to build their little cult area in this environment, and at the same time, all the critters that are there are starving. So our lamb character has to decide, is he going to help them or just let them suffer? But they are his followers, so he should probably help them some. But while he's doing that, we have other beings that are also hunting our lamb character, and he keeps running into certain ones. And when he does, he's got to go into battle mode. But yeah, it's like a lot of our characters are having problems, and starvation is causing health issues and all that with the characters. Uh, our little minion sidekick here, that was the lamb's first uh, partner. He's overstarving himself to the point that he collapses because he's trying to let everybody else eat before him, and that's not good. So him being the second hand guy, that's pretty much the only guy there on the island or wherever the heck they are. While our lamb character is dealing with whole demon world and all that, it's like suffering even more for that. But yeah, some things happen in this issue. This one read a lot better and was way easier to flow along with. The last issue was very, very confusing for me, at least in the writing aspect of it. But this one picked up. I like it better. So hopefully we'll stay on this path and see what happens. We got Kid Venom #2. This, I have no idea where we're at. I don't recognize this artwork. It's done by Taigami. Mattia Ayakano and VC's Joe Sabino. Uh, Japan 977. Young Sakata Kintoki has bonded with an alien symbiote named Clinter. Together they are Kid Venom. The vacant Oni, an ancient symbiote, wishes death upon Clinter while trying to defend his people. Sakata Kintoki is tasked with taking the unknown cloth mask to Saimi to uncover its origins. It has a whole manga artwork feel to it. Uh, Storyline's fun, interesting. It's just, for some reason, issue 1 came out a really long time ago. Now we finally got issue 2, and in the newest catalog, they're reissuing #3. But I have it already ordered a long time back, so I don't know if they pulled it off my list and I have to reorder it or not. But I just figured I'd see what happens, see if it comes. If not, I'll just pick it up somewhere. But I really enjoyed the first one. This one was very confusing to me because of the gap between the two. I wasn't sure where our character was left. I felt like the artwork was different in the last one. So I don't know if I'm confusing Kid Venom Origins with the Kid Venom run. That's a good possibility. It might be two completely different styles. Might be more of a Western style artwork in the Origins, and then going manga style with the regular Kid Venom run. But yeah, I still liked it. I just wasn't sure with these characters and being thrown right into a battle on this one. I don't know where we left off with the battle. I don't know where we left off with the concept of the battle or anything like that. That was a bummer, but I did enjoy it. I just want to go back and read the other one, and then hopefully we'll get issue 3 within the next 2 years, and then I'll be confused again when I get that one, whether or not I know where I'm at or not. We got Lester of the Lesser Gods, #3 of 3, the final issue of this run. This one was probably the better, my favorite one so far. And again, as long as you know the basics, that he's kind of like a fat doofus that finds out that his father was a god and his mother is just a normal person, and he gets graced with some godlike weaponry and stuff like that. And now he's out on a battle with this and cat gal and the cat man creature that she rides. They're very goofy, interesting characters, especially when they're getting milked. There's yes, I said it, milk, and she's got six breasts, and they're both animalistic style uh, body origins, I guess you could call it. Her and the cat that she rides, but yeah, when they get put in a dungeon and stuff, it's the tortures and stuff they do. It's a fun book. It's done by Eric Powell, Lucky Yates, and Gideon Kendall. Our characters are dealing with a battle right off the bat again, and they're trying to get this settled. Um, Basically, complete their mission, and our character kind of gets put down during this battle and gets shown some weakness, and he falls apart and runs back home and just goes back to his old school life while the rest of the characters get trapped by it's basically the whole army that they're battling against. It's funny because they're jumping around from place to place, time to time and stuff, but it's basically his mother that is a giant robot spider type lady. And she's just belittling him constantly to the point that he falls apart and runs back home and hides. And then our characters are stuck, tied up in a dungeon for a long period of time, and they have to deal with it, whatever happens to them along the way. But yeah, it's just some of the things that they do with the squirting. I can't give it away really. It's just the things you would think of if you were dealing with a bad cat or something like that. They kind of do those things to our characters that are trapped in the dungeon, and our character has to decide whether or not he's gonna step up or just give up. And it's very well done. This is a great finisher for the whole storyline. I'd say this one had the most meat out of all three issues, but yeah, great ending to a great run. Check that out. Check out any of the lesser gods. Early ones were so, but the run has picked up over time. We got Rook Exodus from Ghost Machine, Image Comics, issue 5 by G.F. Johns, Jason Fabak, Brad Anderson, Rob Lay, all working on this. We got our animal characters still in the midst of the battle with the bear character, uh, the controller of the grizzlies and stuff. Uh, in this one, it's I really enjoy where it's going because we lost our controller of the pigs, which was sad. That was a bummer. I really liked that character. He only lasted the first couple issues, but and then a jackass that took over the helmet treated the pigs like shit. But at least Pumbaa didn't get killed. Pumbaa's still alive. Pumbaa goes up to Rook, and Pumbaa can talk. So Rook can hear Pumbaa talking, thinks he's dreaming and all that stuff. He's like, what the hell? Can't talk. But our character, Rook, is still learning. He still isn't letting himself go. He isn't letting him letting the crows know his fears, his thoughts, his plans. I mean, he's just too disconnected with the crows. But this also teaches us about more of his childhood, what happened with the crows and all that. And it shows how he never really had a connection, how he was kind of like too negative for the connection, I guess you could call it. Kind of held off certain things and stuff. But this one, he gets the connection between him and the crows a little bit stronger. I'd like to see him somehow, because he did get a hold of the swine helmet. So I'm curious if in the future there's going to be some way, shape, or form you can combine helmets, to give yourself powers over multiple animals and stuff like that. I really want Pumbaa to stay with our character, uh, and help him out. So I'm hoping that he can get that controlling ability. But yeah, he's got to get control of the crows first. He's got so much he needs to do. But in the midst of all the things that are going on while they're being hunted, they get stuck in a fire that they're trying to flush our characters out with. Our little grizzly character, well, our big grizzly characters trying to flush Rook out with the forest fire. A bunch of things happen. Uh, some things that you won't expect actually occur, but we were also kind of waiting for certain things to happen that happen in this book, which I'm glad finally do. But yeah, Rook Exodus, loving this run. I think issue 6 is gonna. I think that might be the last one. I think this one stopped then. I don't think this run kept going, but we're hoping that we'll get more of these. But let's see in the future. Not sure if they're stopping it or not for right now. We'll see what happens. Our favorite new Spawn. We got issue 2 of 5. Spawn kills every Spawn. This is so much fun. And it's done by John Layman, art by Rob Sketchcraft Duanas, Robert Nugent, and John Layman's also the letterer in this. But our character starts out where he's dealing with the original Spawn. Original Spawn's like kind of trying to put him in his place and stuff. Uh, but our character's just set on destroying the Spawn, all the Spawns in the Spawn world, universe, or whatever. I love how he's got his little plans on how he's going to take out certain Spawns and stuff like that. He realizes that he shouldn't be going after uh, the heaviest Spawns, the baddest Spawns. He should focus on more of the weaker ones first and work his way up. So he starts focusing on this aspect of it. He's also got his ma sitting there, just like Lester. She's hanging over him, telling him what to do sometimes, telling him not to go out and kill a bunch of things and stuff like that, behave himself. But yeah, go out and have fun. Uh, so he does. He goes out and does what he does. But this is so wonderfully done. I really hope this character gets some more storylines and stuff. And Sketchcraft, Rob Sketchcraft Duenas, the artist in here. I started following his YouTube and watching some of his art videos, sitting there watching him working on certain projects and stuff. Been having fun with that also. That gives me another art show to watch while I'm doing some oddball sketching and stuff. But yeah, I love his artwork style. I love Troy Dungara. I can't remember if I'm Dungara. I think it's Dungara. I don't yell at me if I'm wrong. But he has this style of artwork, and he got it. He mentioned many times that it kind of came from the style of the Trencher comics and stuff like that. So I'm curious if Sketchcraft also had that type of influence back in the day that put him into that style artwork or not, with the little square, the more geometric shapes for figures, body parts, and stuff like that. Next up, we got Mirka and Andolfo's Sweet Paprika, Black, White, and Pink. This is issue 2. I think I'm showing off anything too dirty, even though a lot of these pages do have graphic content. But I didn't know about this run. I don't remember hearing about issue 1. Otherwise, I would have picked it up. But again, these black, white, red, black, white, pink, all that stuff. Black, white, blue, the different ones they're doing. Everyone I've picked up, I've really enjoyed. A couple stories, but most of them, the majority, lots of fun. We got Sepor de Sail by Mirka and Andolfo and Godtail. This is kind of a. I mean, they're all pretty much relationship style stories. This is a couple characters in love. Basically, I don't know how to really just fooling around, having fun on a beach. Just a couple just letting it go, having a blast. But it's like just basically fooling around on the beach. But I don't want to show off too many pictures in here because most of the stuff's got the graphic stuff in it, so I don't want to put anything up there that I shouldn't. But next up, we got Food Lovers, which is Jarrett Melendez and Franco Thomas Greco. This one is a couple characters in a restaurant throwing their love around and fooling around, getting a little nasty, and some example of that artwork, of that storyline. But yeah, we got a chef that's kind of acclaimed chef that they wanted to have for their meal prep service, and he stuck around and makes them a meal, and the food and flirtations go flying around. We got My Sweet Sweet Cocktail by Sylvain Runberg and Valentine Posh. This one, okay, yeah, someone had to come up with certain cocktails to impress Lord of the Demons, or some demon lord, or head of some type of head demon. He's a pretty tall. At least at some points he's a extra tall character, but here he's the same size as the rest of the human demons, or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, this one gal comes up with a bunch of really fun cocktails, and they all have sexual connotations to their names, and kind of play around with different things. I'm going to give you an example or two. They got Liquid Dreams, Tasty Creations. Um, Dang it. Every time you want something, you can't find it. But yeah, she plays with the demon's palette, puts out her round of drinks, and he decides whether or not it's something that he wants in the future for his club atmosphere or not. And of course, certain people fall for each other throughout the storyline. And the next one is Pussy Control by Tim Seeley and Emmanuel Ercolani. This one kind of takes place at a special resort where there's an event going on. I think I can show off our character at least, but she's at the party, looking forward to having fun, and an older lady just happens to be there, and she's having problems. I can show. I think I can. Oh no, I can't show that side. I can show this side. This old lady, she has a cat that's gone missing, having problems. Our main character, she has a thing for cats, so she's got this soft spot in her heart, so she helps the old lady. Then, once she's ready to go party again, the old lady has another problem with the cat, and then another problem with the cat. She just keeps helping the old lady throughout the party, and that's taking up most of her time. Whether or not she's going to get the party at all that weekend or not is all on the older lady. But yeah, it's got a fun twist in the end. Of course, Tim Seeley should have known, kind of expected things, expect certain things like that. It was fun. And then the last one is Outdoor by Samuel Spano and Nova, and art by Samuel Spana. And that story is basically a couple of interesting gals out on a camping trip. This one I pretty much can't show any of, I don't think. But yeah, they have a quick little easy pop up tent thing and other things going on, and some stuff happens, and they're getting set up for their weekend excursion in the woods, and some things happen behind the covers, and it's just, yeah, a couple girls having fun on a nice little camping trip. All right, next up we got Winnie the Pooh Demon Hunter. uh yeah, we'll see where we're at after this one, whether it's not going to be the last one or not. This is Antarctic Press, which I love because of Ben Dunn being part of that. This is issue 2 of 4. Christopher Robin and Pooh are working harder on this, trying to take care of what's happening to Piglet, and they're trying to get him save Piglet still. This is done by Nicholas Miller and Matthew D. Rise and Logan Shell. But yeah, you can see, you get to see what's up with Piglet being chased by some demony looking things, and Little Red Riding Hood and Pooh and Christopher Robbins are trying to help him, save him, and they do what they can uh, to save Pooh, or to save. Uh, my brain's going now. To save Piglet. I like art style wise. I learned something in this one because I love how they did the train in here. Instead of doing all the detail on the train, just give it that fast motion look to it, that fast movement, and then you can focus on the other details and not focus so much on drawing all the fancy train stuff. Uh, they do that with a lot of the artwork in here to make it nice and simplistic, building style wise and stuff. Just give it barriers and stuff to. There's a lot less stuff you got to deal with and draw. But we get introduced to some more characters in this one. Um, Eeyore, the owl, some other characters are part of this issue. And it's just, yeah, this is still going strong. We get some flashbacks to their childhood, to Pooh and Christopher Robin's childhood and stuff in this issue. Great little follow up from issue 1, which is a blast. This one takes us more into their history and childhood, and we get to learn more of all their past. But yeah, this is a really enjoyable run or comic. I am having a lot of fun with it. So looking forward to the rest of those. And then I think I am gonna end this here. 'Cause the other one I had in my stacks, an Art Baltazar one. I think I just want to do a whole video on just Art Baltazar comics. I got a nice little stack here that I just got, which you should have seen the other day if you watched the oh yeah unpacking video. But I'm gonna do a bunch of those together in one. So, falling under the color of MS, rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, and we will get back to you with more of this stuff soon. So thanks. Give us those likes. Talk to you again soon. Bye.